Hello, Decay here today with an episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs, and it's been a little while, guys. It has been about what, like a month, maybe a little over a month probably since the last episode. Mostly due to, well, finishing off the first semester of college, so like school was keeping me busy, busy with family and friends, and you can kind of see it on the mini-map, I guess, but working on the park itself. So for those of you guys who are familiar with the channel and familiar with what I do around here and the nonsense I get up to, you know occasionally I decide I no longer like a build and that oh, dang it, I made another Dinopedia. I keep making them, even though I have them. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, if you guys have been around long enough, you'll know that occasionally I decide, you know what, I'm not really a fan of how something looks, so I want a different look, so I make a different look. And then I keep doing that, and then pretty soon I've rebuilt my entire park. And I've done that, again, to some degree. So, if we head outside, the first thing you'll notice is there's no longer stairs. I don't know where I'm gonna put the stairs. There may not be stairs anymore. This might be its own little isolated area. Also, brewing stand. Speaking of which, we did a live stream. The live stream didn't end up actually saving for some reason, so you can't find it. But what was it? We killed the Ender Dragon actually. So the Ender Dragon's been beaten, and if we, what is the key? No, it's G, C, Z, Q, Y, no, U. Okay, we do have the end portal as teleport, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so we're doing two things in today's episode. We're gonna go look around what I've changed in the park, and actually I'm gonna go get this first. We're gonna go get some Gallimimuses because, you know what, we're finally gonna hatch them. Like, the final creature to go into this section of the park before we go work on another section, to go design a whole new area, which should hopefully be amazing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? I'm always averse to hatching more than like 3 dinosaurs, but I feel like with Gallimimus we're gonna hatch a lot more. So I'm probably not gonna name these guys just because there's gonna be too many of them. But you know what? Whatever. I haven't even named most of the dinosaurs anyway, so you know, not really missing out on much, am I? Anyway, so if we hop up here, you can start to see the differences. Namely, the old pathway is gone. I completely redid the pathing system for the most part. Also, I finally got a staircase heading down into the Dinosaurs viewing area. So we've got this, as well as the starts of a stairway up. I don't know why I put it as quartz. I kind of built that before I started redoing the pathways, so yeah. Also, the Dinosaurs always hide in like that back corner, so like no matter where you sit or look at their enclosure, you like rarely see them, which is kind of annoying, but you know what, we'll deal with it. Anyway, if we come around here, you'll notice we made a new pathway. Basically, it does continue all the way up there, but I mean, I guess I can show you, but we'll get over there eventually because I made like a new way of getting over here. Anyway, the Ceratosaurus exhibit, once again, will be receiving some new updates just because, to be honest, I'm not really sure how the Ceratosaurus exhibit isn't working for me, but it isn't. I want it to look nicer. Anyway, so the Stegosaurs have received their third fence update to this, which is basically the same style we had before, but now just with glass, and TBH, I'm a lot happier with it. I think this looks a lot nicer because it's higher visibility, in all honesty. And yes, I know I said I didn't want to use glass initially, but I kind of changed my mind on it because, I don't know. Also, the Stegosaur exhibit's a lot bigger now, and we'll get over there in a second. Anyway, if we walk over here, a lot of the exhibits have received updates. The Pachycephalosaurus exhibit is, I think, twice as big now. It's a much bigger area for them, which I think is great. It means we could maybe even put a 5th one in. I don't know, we'll see. I removed the little sitting area we'd had here, and now we're gonna probably, I might even put like a fountain in here or something. We'll put like some wildlife, not wildlife, plant life in here. It'll look super nice. The Ankylosaurus exhibits received a bit of an update. mostly just in the fact that there's now a walkway all the way around it, which I think is better. Also, we renovated the center section here. This now doesn't have a Brachiosaur statue, but I think that's okay. I might put like a giant fountain or something. I want to put a fountain somewhere, as you can tell, but I don't know where. Also, I have some sad news. We had 2 fatalities over the month I've been gone. One of the Brachiosaurs died and a Therizinosaurus died, and I'm not sure how. It says they suffocated in a wall, and I'm not sure how they keep doing that. Actually, this one was suffocating in a block as well, and I'm not sure how they're doing that. It must be a bug with the mod. I don't really want it to mean that I have to flatten all the exhibits out, but if I have to, I will. What else has changed? Oh, so as you can see, the back end of the Pachycephalosaurus exhibit is now part of a building. So we're gonna put a building here. I actually have no idea what this building's gonna be. Part of me is thinking a restaurant, because I might base it off the restaurant I had back in my like season 4 world. Just do that. I mean, it was a decent looking restaurant. Also, you can see I mixed up the hedges around the park now by chucking in some fences with them, and I think it looks pretty good. I do like the new path style actually. I think it looks a lot more warm and inviting. Plus, what is it? Curves. I missed curves. I always did curved pathways, but for this park, I was kind of just doing hard angles, and I realized I don't like angles that much. Curves are certainly nicer to look at. Anyway, so if we look here, you will notice, this was not here before, and you guys might have been noticing, hey, there's no pathway here connecting to the rest of the park. How are we supposed to see everything? Well, I kind of did something to the Compy exhibit, and you can see here, the Compy exhibit has now got a tunnel through it, and I think it's actually slightly bigger than it used to be, just because we added in all of this space back here. But yeah, so the Compy exhibit now has a tunnel going through it, and I really like this far more than I like the old system, because one, I think it looks just as good. I need to obviously redo all the plants and stuff, but it means the Compys are actually on the main tour, instead of the way it has been, which is, you know, they weren't really on the main path, and the only reason you saw them is if you went down a tiny little rabbit hole, which means you never really went to go see them, but now it means we will see them. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And then we come out here, this stuff all pretty much looks the same as it has. Oh, except for this. The Stegosaurus exhibit. New shelter, got rid of the old one, because the old one, I don't know, it didn't look super good and it was taking up a ton of space. I mean, that one isn't the greatest looking shelter either, but I think it's more akin to what an actual dinosaur shelter would probably look like, or sunshade or whatever. Anyway, Therizinosaurus exhibit, it's basically the same. I haven't gone through and changed anything. The 2 I haven't changed yet are this one and the Triceratops exhibit, both the way to receiving changes in a bit. Where is the other Therizinosaur? Oh, there it is. Our sole survivor. We'll get him a new one pretty soon. Anyway, the Dinosaurs exhibit hasn't changed much. Obviously, the fence has changed, but other than that, nothing else. And I think this fence works a lot better for it. I mean, they're small, harmless herbivores. We don't need like a ton of reinforcements on the fence to, you know, keep them in. Oh, also, as you guys can see here, this is going to be, I'm thinking a little lake we're gonna make, a little man-made lake with some stuff going around it. But I've already started on the bridge over to the next section of the park, because we said we were gonna work along the river for now. Possibly it's the next project, if not, you know, the aquarium. But this is gonna be the bridge that leads over that way, and I'm pretty happy with this. I think the bridge looks really cool. Also, I didn't realize until I was working over here just how much of the terrain here I've lifted up. Like, it's insane. There's so much terraforming I've done in this world. It kind of boggles my mind, because, I don't know, basically, I wanted to actually see for myself where what the world had looked like before I'd started building. And so I reloaded the seed and everything to try and figure out what it looked like. Looked at it all, and I was surprised because there were so many areas where, if we head down real quick. Well, namely, like, this whole area has either been lifted up or it's been flattened. Like, I have dramatically changed the landscaping around here. I mean, all of where basically the storage room and the laboratory were was water at one point. All this was a massive hill. this didn't have a hill. That was a big divot and stuff. Like, there's just a lot of terrain that is... Literally, how? I was just over there. How are you suffocating in walls? I don't understand. Oh, I'm sad. Okay, where did it happen? Right here. What? Okay, I really don't understand how they're suffocating. It doesn't make any sense, and I hate that dinosaurs are dying. I've got to figure out, like, is there something I can do about it? Or, like, they just literally, are there just hitboxes just glitching out or something? I really don't know. But that's sad. I don't like it when my dinosaurs die. Am I on peaceful? I think I'm on peaceful. I am. I need to stop turning my game to peaceful. Basically, I've been messing around with, well, one, just a bunch of test builds, actually. Just like a bunch of survival-based houses and stuff. And secondly, I've been messing around with a new mod pack idea. We'll see if I end up doing it. But yeah, anyway. Gallimimus is what we were going to work on today, so I guess we should go over to the Gallimimus exhibit, which is obviously this one here. Now you'll notice, like, yeah, I've got 2 fence segments, and then it just goes to this, because I couldn't be bothered to finish it, because I literally spent, like, the last 2 weeks rebuilding the rest of the park. Anyway, we have a tunnel, and it is dark in here. See, it was meant to be far more of a viewing tunnel, but in the end, like, so little of it actually has glass. Like, there's just this long stretch without anything. So if you guys have any suggestions as to what I should put in here. Of course, though, I'm also thinking I might just completely redo the hill around here and just make the entire thing glass, so that way it's actually a lot nicer. But we'll see. And then this area back here, as you can see, will be leading onto this section of the park. I don't know what's gonna go over here. I think part of me had been thinking T-Rex and Velociraptor or something will be going out here. Some of our bigger carnivores. Oh, yes, Allosaurus as well. I forgot Allosaurus and Dilophosaurus. So this might be our carnivore section out here. I mean, granted, I could also just go Terraform Supreme mode and just tear down every hill in sight and make my aquarium over here, but that sounds like cancer, and I don't want to do that. So we're not going to go do that. Okay, it's really starting to annoy me because we had some that, like, I can't be sure. It makes me really not want to name my dinosaurs if they can just randomly suffocate in a wall. It's like, you know, I don't like having my dinosaurs just randomly die. I like keeping them alive. There we go. All right, 6 Gallimimuses. Well, yeah, because, like, out of all the dinosaurs, I would be devastated if, like, what is it? Tumbleweed died, because she's, like, our oldest dinosaur. I don't know how old she is. She's about 200-something days old. Hello, Mr. Mrs. Brachiosaur. You're, like, right up by the... No, you're not. Are you? You aren't really, are you? No, you're quite a ways away from the fence, but you're just giant. Absolute titan. And off she goes in a circle. But look at that, that's super cool. I really have been thinking, well, one, oh gosh, I need to, like, stretch my back out. Oh. Part of me has actually been considering moving the Brachiosaurs to a different area. Some of you guys are gonna be like, Caden, why? You just finished the exhibit pretty much. I'd be like, yeah, I know. Well, I'd been thinking I could move another dinosaur into there, or I could make the entire thing a Gallimimus range and just have this massive Gallimimus exhibit. Or put some other dinosaur over there that I can't really think of at this moment. I mean, the only ones I can think of that are big. What else is there that I could put over there? I don't know. Parasaurolophus, I guess, but I had, like, a river exhibit idea for them. We'll see what I would do. Anyway, because I would really like to have, like, an elevated pathway you get up on, and then like it's like right at the head height of the Brachiosaurs. But I mean, I guess I've kind of done that with this, so I should probably just keep with that, because, well, it's because I also wanted to do a covered walkway, but usually I do that for elevated walkways, not just walkways, because, well, you know, I feel like if I did a covered walkway along here, I have to do a covered walkway for the rest of the park. And that is not something I'm interested in doing, because that is going to take ages to do. It really would. This is actually a really big exhibit, isn't it? I mean, my problem with my trike one is I had too many trikes and too small of an enclosure, but I mean, I think this one's actually a perfect size for about 6 or 7 of these guys. Should be pretty good. 99? 3, 5, 6. Oh boy, there they go. I believe they have like flocking AI, don't they? Or something like that, so they should all try and group up together. Oh my goodness. I don't think we're gonna have anyone name these guys just because like there are gonna be so many Gallimimuses, it'll be insane. No, please don't drown. That is my only request from you little things. Please do not drown. Or suffocate in a block. That would also be really sad. But yeah, this is gonna look really cool. It's gonna look really cool when they're bigger and then like you can see them from all the viewing areas and stuff. I think that's gonna be awesome. I don't have a way out of these exhibits. I have just realized that there is actually no way out of these enclosures. Because, yeah, there's no way out of the Brachiosaurs and there's no way out of the Gallimimus pen. I will have to work on that. But, I mean, let's see, like, how all this looks. I mean, can you even see them from, like, up here? I can kind of see them. Yeah, they'll just have to be bigger for them to kind of stand out more and everything, and then it'll be a-okay. A-okay. Anyway, I don't think we really have much else to show. The trike exhibit's probably going to have some work done on it. See, this is one of the ones I think I'm going to leave as iron bars, just because to me that makes a lot of sense considering what that Triceratops is. A Triceratops and giant and dangerous. I mean, like, we've got varying levels of strong walls here anyway. I mean, we've got this one, which has got some stone in it. It's got some bigger stone pillars, you know, for a bigger, stronger dinosaur. This one's far more reinforced, or a bit more reinforced, because stegosaurs are pretty big. Trike should probably be that big, or trike sense should probably be similar to that. So should the Therizinosaurs, I think. And then, I don't know why the Ankylosaurs are buried, but I buried them. Actually, their exhibit's always been like this, so. That's actually a funny thing. I was looking, when I was redoing the paths here, guys, like, I was looking back at it and I realized something that I found funny, at least, is this exhibit used to be a lot lower, and there used to be a little hill right where this path is, and then it led to another little divot with a birch forest, and I had said, like, oh, we're gonna do trikes in this little divot, and then ankylosaurs in this divot. Thing was, the divot the trikes were in got raised up like 4 blocks, and the ankylosaurs kind of just stayed at the level they were at, which is actually the natural level of the Gallimimus and Brachiosaurus exhibit. Everything else around here has been raised up pretty much. Yeah, like this whole area has been raised up. I mean, I covered up the river completely. The river's gone, essentially, just because I couldn't really find a good use for it. Anyway, I think we're getting today's episode off here, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the redesigns I did. Do you think I should have done them? Do you like them? I like them quite a bit. And I guess if you guys know what's causing the dinosaurs to die like that, let me know, because if it's something I can fix, I'd like to be able to fix it. So anyway, guys, thank you again for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, see ya!